Hello everyone, I am Professor Anish Vora and I welcome you all in this video lecture. In this video lecture, we will study about one of the basic combinational logic circuit, and that is the BCD to access 3 code converter. So far in previous lectures, we have studied about arithmetic and logic type of combinational logic circuit like half and full adder, half and full subtractor. But now it is a code converter circuit, and we'll study about one of the code converter circuit, that is BCD to access 3 code converter. Before we start designing BCD to access 3 code converter, let us revise the procedure to design any combinational logic circuit. First step, that is we require a design statement, and based on the design statement we can prepare a required truth table with required input variables and accordingly output variables. Based on the truth table we can prepare K-map. From the K-map we can have a reduced Boolean function, and once we have reduced Boolean function available, then we can easily implement the logic circuit with the basic gates. We revise the process to convert any BCD number into access 3 code. So what we need to do is we add 3 in decimal number and then we convert into BCD to get access 3 code. For example, let us take a decimal number 6. So while converting into access 3, first we have to add 3 into 6. So 6 plus 3 and it is equal to 9, and we have to convert 9 into BCD and that comes to 1001. So 1001 is the access 3 code for the decimal number 6. So now we start with truth table. So we have a truth table for BCD to access 3 code converter. Now we can see that we have decimal numbers. We have taken 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we have 4 input variables, B4, B3, B2 and B1. When we consider 4 different input variables, we know that we have 16 different input combinations are possible. As per the decimal number, we have to take from 0 to 15. But in our case, we have considered up to 0 to 9 because for 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, BCD code is invalid. So we cannot take into truth table, but while preparing minterms, we can take as a don't care condition for 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. So now we have BCD numbers, so 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1 and like this. Normally we write ABCD, so A, that is our most significant bit, and D is our least significant bit. In our case, B1, that is the least significant bit, and B4, that is our most significant bit. Now if we convert the BCD number into access 3 code, what we need to do is we need to add 3 into decimal number, and then again we write BCD number. So we have decimal number 0 plus 3, it is equal to 3, 1 plus 3, that is equal to 4. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and at last we have 12. 9 plus 3, that is 12. Now to get the access 3 code, what we need to do is we write a BCD number for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So we have XS3 code, X4, X3, X2 and X1. At the output side also we have 4 different output variables. So now we write a BCD number for 3, that is 0011. For the 4 it is 0100, and same way for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. For 12 it is a 1100. So now we have to prepare a K-map based on this truth table. So again we have rewritten truth table specifically for the XS3 code, and at the same time we have taken input decimal numbers, original decimal numbers for the reference, because while preparing minterms we require original decimal numbers. Now what we need to do is we need to prepare minterms for X1, for X2, for X3 as well as for the X4. So for example, let us take for X1. Now we have to write minterms for the X1, meaning is we have to write those decimal numbers, summation of those decimal numbers for which we are getting X1 high. So X1 can be written as summation of minterms and 0, 2, 4, 6 and 8. So we can verify 0, 2, 4, 6 and 8. At the same time we have don't care condition, that is for the 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. Why it is considered as a don't care condition, that we have discussed earlier, because while converting BCD number into XS3 code in BCD, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 are invalid numbers. So while preparing minterms we can consider it as a don't care condition. Same way we prepare minterms for X2 also. So X2 can be written as summation of minterms 0, 3, 4, 7 and 8. Now again we verify 0, 3, 4, 7 and 8. For the 5 different minterm we are getting output X2 as a high. And same way we can take a don't care condition for 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. For the X3 again we can write a summation of minterms, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. We can verify 1, 2, 3, 4 and 9. Same way don't care condition, and at the last for the X4 again we can write a summation of minterms, that is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can verify 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. And same way we have don't care condition for 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now in next step, based on these minterms, we have to prepare K-map for X1, X2, X3 and X4, and that is with respect to our input combination, that is B1, B2, B3 and B4. But remember that B1 is the least significant bit and B4 that is the most significant bit. So now first we prepare K-map for X1. X1 is our least significant bit in XS3 code. So we have 4 input variables, so we prepare K-map for different 16 cells. We write B4, B3 on the horizontal plane because B4 is our most significant bit. We write numbers accordingly 00, 01, 10 and 11. And we write B2, B1 on the vertical plane. B1 is our least significant bit. And same way we can write 00, 01, 10 and 11. Now we give equivalent decimal number, and that is from 0 to 15. Now as per the minterms, we write 1 in each respective cell, that is 0, 2, 4, 6 and 8. We put a sign, cross sign for the don't care condition, and that is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. In all remaining cells, we have to write 0. Now next step, that is to prepare a group. We can use don't care condition as a 1 if we require, but it is not necessary that we have to use all don't care conditions while preparing the groups. We can use as many as we require. Now if we check, then we can see that octet is possible. So we have wrap around condition and one octet is possible. And if we write a product term for the octet, we can easily write that is B1 bar. When we have a group octet is possible, we can eliminate 3 input variables. So x1 is equal to B1 bar. So we have reduced Boolean function for the x1 is available. Similar way, we have to prepare reduced Boolean function for x2, x3 and x4. So now let us prepare K-map for x2. Again, same process. We write a respective decimal number in each cell. We write 1 in the as per the given minterms. So that is 0, 3, 4, 7, 8. We write cross sign for the don't care condition, that is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. In all remaining cell, we write 0. Now let us prepare groups for the given minterms. Apparently, we can prepare one quad, and at the same time, we have another quad is also possible. We have used some of the don't care condition for our convenience as a 1. Now if we prepare product terms for the first quad, we can write that is B2 bar dot B1 bar. And for the second quad, we can write product term that is B2 dot B1. And if we write Boolean function for x2 in SOP form, then we can write x2 is equal to B2 bar dot B1 bar plus B2 B1. Same way, we can prepare a K-map for the x3. Same process, we write input variables, we write respective decimal number in each cell. We write 1 for the given minterms, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. We put cross sign for the don't care condition, that is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. In all respective cell, we write 0. Now next step, that is to prepare possible groups. So we have one pair. In wrap around condition, we have one quad possible. At the same time, with wrap around and overlap condition, we have another quad is also possible. We have used some of the don't care condition as 1 as per our requirement. Now we write a product term. For the pair, we can write B3 dot B2 bar dot B1 bar. For the first quad, we can write product term that is a B3 bar dot B1. And for the next quad, we can write a product term that is B3 bar dot B2. And if we write Boolean function in SOP form for the x3, we can write x3 is equal to B3 dot B2 bar dot B1 bar plus B3 bar dot B1 plus B3 bar dot B2. And same way, we can prepare K-map for the x4. Same process, we write input variables. We give decimal number to each cell from 0 to 15. We write 1 as per the given min terms, and that is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We put cross sign for the don't care condition, that is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. In all remaining cell, we put 0. Now let us prepare groups. We can see that with the help of don't care condition, we can prepare one octet. At the same time, we can have one chord and we have second chord. So we have one octet and two chord. Now let us write product terms first for the octet, and that is B4. For the first chord, it is B3.B1, and for the second chord, it is B3.B2. So if we write a Boolean function for the x4, then it is a B4 plus B3.B1 plus B3.B2. So now we have Boolean function, reduced Boolean function for the x1, for the x2, for the x3 and for the x4 are available. Now in next step we will be implementing the logic circuit with the help of basic gates, that is AND, OR and inverter. Now as the Boolean functions are in SOP form, what we need is we require AND gate to implement the product. We require OR gate to implement the summation of the product. We have 4 input variables are available, that is B1, B2, B3 and B4. We use the NOT gate to get it converted into B1 bar dot B2 bar dot B3 bar and B4 bar. So now let us start implementing our logic circuit. We have B4, B3, B2 and B1. 4 input variables are available. We use the NOT gate as we discussed to get first B4 bar, then B3 bar, then B2 bar and B1 bar. Now for the x1, then for the x2, then for the x3 and then for the x4, we will be implementing the logic circuit. For the x1, it is a B1 bar. So directly we can take B1 bar as the output, and that is x1. Now for the x2, we have 2 product terms. So we take 2 AND gates. As per the required product terms, we can give input to each AND gate, and output of both the AND gate that can be connected to the input of the OR gate to make it SOP form of implementation, and output of OR gate that gives us x2. Same way for the x3, we have 3 product terms. So we write 3 AND gates. In one of the product terms, we have 3 literals. So one of the AND gate we have considered with 3 input. Now as per the Boolean function, we give input connections. And at the output stage, we use one OR gate with 3 input. Output of each AND gate we give as an input to the OR gate, and we take output of the OR gate, and that we get x3. Same way for the x4, we have again 2 product terms. We give input connections as required. we use one OR gate at the output stage. One of the input, that is the individual single literal, for which we do not require any AND gate, so it can be given as a direct, and remaining two inputs of the OR gate, that is we are getting from the output of the AND gate, and output of OR gate we get XOR. So this way we have implemented a logic circuit for X1, X2, X3 and X4. We have 4 input variables, that is B4, B3, B2, B1, that is the BCD number, and we have 4 output, that is X1, X2, X3, X4, and that is as per the XS3 code conversion. We have logic circuit for X1, for X2, for X3 and for X4. So this way we can implement the logic circuit for BCD to XS3 code conversion. Thank you very much for watching my video. Keep watching. Thank you very much.